Welcome to the Culinary Experience Scandinavia. Let's start our journey on the eastern part of Scandinavia, in Finland. And since we go east, let's get as east as can be, on the border with Russia. Let me introduce you to Lake Saimaa. Lake Saimaa is one of Finland's 1,000 lakes, and the area is well known to be the cleanest and purest part of the country. Its soil and water are filled with food treasures. So what about we go on an excursion to pick up some berries, herbs and mushrooms that we will then cook together with a local chef. After spending some time in the wild, let's head up to the capital of Finland, Helsinki. I'll take you to one of its finest restaurants, where we'll work together with the chef on a delicious menu. We'll get some expertise on what wine to combine with what product, and finally, savor our tasty creations. Sometime in the weekend, and as a celebration of our Finnish adventures, I'd suggest we go to one of the most luxurious hotels in town to enjoy an afternoon tea accompanied by delicious bites and sweet surprises. Now, let me take you on a journey to Finland's neighbor, Sweden. And we'll get started by its capital, Stockholm. Stockholm is the largest city within the Nordic countries, and one of its particularities is that it is built on an archipelago. About 25,000 islands of different shapes and sizes that gives the city an incomparable charm. Since we're talking about the archipelago, let's meet with David, one of our favorite chefs and character in Stockholm. David and his wife run a quite different type of restaurant on one of the islands. He will invite us to his home and kitchen where you will learn about his cuisine, and if you feel like it, help with the cooking. We will of course after that enjoy a quite unforgettable dinner at his table. David's philosophy and favorite words, have fun. So, what are you saying? On the next day, I will take you on a walk to the old part of the town, Gamlestan. If you're craving for something sweet, then I found the perfect place for you. Have you ever heard of this red and white candy called pokergris? Well, if you did not, you won't forget about it after learning how to prepare it with the local experts. We will of course leave the workshop with our sweet creations to bring back home and share with our loved ones. If you still feel like eating after that, I'll take you to some typical cafe to experience the Swedish fika. Believe me, there's nothing like enjoying a cup of warm chocolate with pastries on a cold afternoon. And to finish with our Stockholm journey, we could go to the Sprit Museum, do some tasting, and if you feel like it, enjoy a nice dinner at the museum's restaurant. Now, let me take you on a train ride to some quieter place, south of Sweden. I would love to take you to the home of Absolut Vodka, where we'll learn about the history and fabrication process, of course, do some tasting, and why not, take a course to become cocktail experts. And well, before hitting the road again, I'd suggest we get a meal at the home of Absolut Fine Restaurant. Let's get back on the train and cross the border to Denmark. In Denmark, we'll start by visiting Copenhagen, the capital. Copenhagen is the second biggest northern city after Stockholm. There is so much you can do in Copenhagen. The capital mixes perfectly royal history, modern architecture, and loads of cultural sites and events. Once we've made it to the city, I will take you to a cooking class. There's nothing like discovering a culture through its gastronomy. We will learn about typical Nordic dishes, how to bring a touch of Nordic style to our own, and last but not least, how to present our dishes with elegance. And the best part is that you can do this activity with friends and with your children. Everyone's welcome. My next mission will be to show you a secret garden on a rooftop. It will be like being on a bucolic location, but right in the middle of town. And the best part is that we will actually enjoy a seasonal family-style meal made out of what is grown there, together with products from local growers, producers, and hunters. Since we're talking about local products, have you ever been on a seaweed safari? No? Alright then, let's go learn about this unconventional ingredient. Afterwards, you'll be an expert on its benefits, how to cook it, and why it's considered to be a key food for our future. Sustainability is an essential concept amongst Nordic countries. And there's another activity I'd like to share with you. What about we combine pleasure and social responsibility through learning how to prepare delicious and typical cream buns? There is a vineyard we could visit south of Copenhagen. And afterwards, I would like to take you to a castle where our host will teach us how Danes used to cook in ancient times. Let's head back to the city where we will get on board of a ferry in direction of Norway. As we get closer to the coast of Norway, we will enjoy some of the nicest views of the fjords surrounding Oslo, the capital. To start our Norwegian itinerary, I thought it would be perfect to talk about one of the most important industry in Norway, the salmon. As a matter of fact, Norway is the largest producer of Atlantic salmon in the world, and I will take you to a museum where you will learn everything about it. Salmon-based product degustation will obviously be part of the experience. There is another special place where I would like to take you in Oslo. It is the Aquavit Distillery, and there we will learn all about the secrets of distillery. We will eventually get to try different types of aquavit, and if you feel like it, we will even be able to create our own. Our instructor will guide us through all the steps to create our own aquavit. We will only have to smell, choose, and mix. And ta-da! We'll have created our own. And we'll go home with a bottle of our personally labeled aquavit. After a quite instructive stay in Oslo, we will find our way to the famous Norwegian fjords. In this remote area, we will go to some local goat farms and try their famous goat cheese. What is great about the fjords is that you can associate effort and pleasure. The greatest way to reach the farms is to go on a smooth hike, so get prepared and pack your boots. Now, what about eating a complete Viking menu in a true Viking village? I'm sure you've heard about those, right? The inhabitants live there all year round, and they follow the traditions and pray the ancient gods. I'm sure you will appreciate a private and tasty meal cooked as in the Viking era. Then we will cross the Sognefjord to reach another village, called Balestrand. This village isn't only the getaway for glacier excursions or fjord sailing, but also home of a traditional sparkling cider distillery, where we'll of course make a stop. To continue with our Norwegian adventure, I'd like to take you north, to the real north, about 300 kilometers above the Arctic Circle, to the kind of place that will blow your mind. In Tromsø, you will get to meet some quite wild and furry locals. Although, what I would like you to experience is a cuisine cruise under the Northern Lights, on board of a completely silent boat. The brand new hybrid boat combines perfectly sustainability, food, and nature. There is so much you can do in the great outdoors in Tromsø. But when you're not out for husky or reindeer safaris, it is also very interesting to get some knowledge about the local businesses. That being said, I'd like you to come with me to Max Brewery, the northernmost brewery in the world. Our guide will explain to us the importance of the factory for northern Norway and tell us everything there is to know about its history. We will for sure not go away before getting a taste of their great products. For our last destination, I would like to take you a bit further, on the border between Norway and Russia. I have planned something very special for our last meal together. My idea is to take you on a king crab safari. We will go with local fishermen to fish our own king crabs. We will take them off of their cages with our bare hands. We will then learn how to prepare it, cook it, and finally, we'll share the freshest meal of them all. I hope you feel as excited as I am regarding all these activities I thought of for you. As you can see, Scandinavia is a wide place and a year-round type of destination. There is so much more than you can do. But hey, if you want to know more about it, you know where to find me now.